Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I just feel like talking a little bit about this new album that's being released, and it's called Video Games Live Level 6. Now, Video Games Live is actually a production that goes around doing live performances where they actually play songs from video games. And it's a project by Tommy Tallarico. Now, Tommy Tallarico, I've actually had the pleasure of talking with one of my live chats, but it was regarding the Intellivision, as he is now the president of Intellivision, my favorite system, and he's decided to bring the system back. And I even remember talking a little bit about music when I was having my discussion with him. And so this kind of broke that this new album is coming out, and it's actually a Kickstarter right now, so people are able to actually go in there and start, I believe it was as of October 10th, so what day is it today? I'm so lost. But yeah, I mean, so it's already open. People can already get in there and start backing this album. He's had a few already that actually have been released in the past, and I guess has a lot of success with the Kickstarter. So, but anyways, I just wanted to kind of talk about it because it was something that, you know, I started listening to. They actually released a YouTube page with some samplings from the album. They're obviously not going to release the whole album. So, but I mean, enough of it to just get the kind of gist of what's going on there. Now, and the thing that kind of got me interested in is video game music has always been like a big part of video gaming for me. In fact, you know, I always remember a lot of my favorite video games based on the music that you hear while you're playing the game. Of course, in some of the older systems, like say if I go back to the Atari, something like River Raid, it didn't have any music. I mean, it just starts off, you got the bleeps, you got the bloops, you got the, you're shooting explosion sounds, and a lot of Atari games were like that. But then as computers started getting better sound chips, even the Commodore 64, which I do a lot of videos on, the sound chip was a lot better, so there was a lot more music. They were actually starting to include music into video games. Even in the Atari, I mean, they tried. They tried with something like Pitfall. They did a really good job on Pitfall, and Pitfall 2 has a really good soundtrack. But then things started getting better. I mean, once we hit the Nintendo era, we actually had like full-blown soundtracks going on in these games. One that kind of came to mind was this one, Simon's Quest, which is Castlevania 2. Now, I was just doing a stream on this the other day, and a couple of times, I mean, during the chat and during the streaming, I mentioned it. You know, the music in this game, I love the music, and a lot of people are coming in on the chat saying the same thing. They love the soundtrack, and I was even saying, sometimes I play this game just so I could listen to the music. I'm kind of guilty of that on some games, like even Castlevania 3. Actually, most of the Castlevania series, it's the music that draws me in. Even some of my favorite games on, the Commodore 64 that I've played over and over again, I've liked because of the music. I even did a video on one of them, which had that really crazy name, Non-Terrorquise. I still can't say it right. But I like the sound. It's got a really catchy tune. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. It's a video I did a couple of videos ago. It was called. It was part of my Odd Game series. But yeah, and even games like this one, kind of like my shirt, Zelda. I mean, I always like this sound. I always like the music in Zelda. So what this project is doing is, like, Tommy Tallarico himself actually has written a lot of music for games in his past. He's a really talented composer and songwriter, so he's written a lot of the songs that have gone into a lot of our favorite games, during that 90s era. So obviously it's a great transition for him to go from writing these things to actually performing them live on stage, and he does it through an orchestra. He's got like over 250 musicians that come and help out with these recordings, and I don't know the full-on concert if he actually brings out the 250 people, but it does say in the write-up there, which I'm going to leave a link below so you can go check it out for yourself. is what's involved. And a couple of things I've noted here, like he mentioned that it was mixed at the Skywalker Ranch, which is kind of cool. I mean, with multi-Grammy award-winning engineers. I mean, right there. I mean, this is not a cheap production at all. Created mostly with the original composers, featuring the original Pokemon TV singer Jason Page, which I thought was kind of interesting because if you go to the link below to his YouTube channel where he's got the samples, I remember when I first clicked on it and I was listening to the songs and the Pokemon song came on, and at first I thought, did he sample? Did he take the cartoon song or something and sample it in with the composers? But no, he actually has the singer, the original singer from the Pokemon theme song, singing on the album, which is cool. He also includes, there's a documentary film which he's created, like a whole behind the scenes. That seems kind of cool too. So some of the games that are on there, there's the Zelda Breath of the Wild, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy X, Earthbound, Tomb Raider. I mean, there's Baldur's Gate. There's just a ton of classic games in there that I'm sure a lot of retro gamers would appreciate. Now it's orchestra, so it's not like rock music or anything like that, and it doesn't sound like digital either. It doesn't sound like it's coming out of a Nintendo. This is actually like talented musicians playing this music. So if you actually go to the link and check out how this sounds, it's quite amazing. But it's just something I wanted to talk about because gaming music has always been something on my mind. I've even considered, what kind of videos could I do to talk about game music. I don't think I've ever done one before. I don't think I've actually gone on and talked really just about game music, but there's a lot of them out there. And so I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. I mean, check out the link and also throw down your favorite songs from video games. It could be from any era, really. I mean, it could be modern gaming. It could be Nintendo. It could be Sega. Computers. It doesn't matter. The point is, let's talk about video game music. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Check out those links below. If you're interested, there's a way you can get on there and get yourself one of these albums. I'm not sure the actual release date, but I'm sure the website has that information anyways. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.